This is Indiana Public Radio News. Good morning, I'm Stan Sollers. At 8:04 we have rain and 43 degrees. We lead this newscast with a note of tragedy for the IPR family. For us here at the station, an unspeakable loss has happened. There just aren't adequate words to express what happened. Our dear friend and colleague, Brian Eckstein, our production manager, and a voice you have known and loved for years, is gone. Brian died barely 12 hours ago. He was 40. IPR General Manager Marcus Jackman joins me now with some words about Brian. Marcus.
Thank you, Stan. Last night, everyone at IPR, all of our staff, all of our listeners, and all of our members lost a dear friend, our production manager and our servant leader, Brian Eckstein. Brian fell ill on Sunday, and he passed away yesterday evening. He served faithfully at IPR, at his church, St. Francis in Muncie, as a mentor to visually impaired Ball State students with his music for Relay for Life, and I'm sure I'm missing many other things. He had just turned 40 years old. Brian's dedication and his passion for radio will be dearly missed. His love of music, singing, and composition will be dearly missed, but I will miss my friend most of all. It's going to be very strange coming to work without him. It's going to be hard because there's a lot of things here that only he understands, so it'll be a little hard. And it'll be difficult to know when to take those recorded tracks with his voice in them off the air. That will be difficult to do and difficult to know when to do. X-Man, as I call him, is survived by his mother Pat, his sister Lisa, and scores of other people who loved him like me. You can follow Indiana Public Radio on Facebook for information on services and memorials, or you can check our website or listen to our air. All I know is right now that they're going to need a big venue for Brian's memorial, and it better have good sound. For all of us here at IPR, our prayers are with and for Brian's family. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcus. There is, as I said, there are just no words to describe the shock of this sudden death. Brian had been on vacation. He was on a cruise with his mother this past week.
Every information I had, it was just a great time. And I spoke to Pat last night. I was with her, his mother. They had a really wonderful time. So that's a good thing to know.
Mm-hmm. And certainly to us here at the station and his many friends who knew of the health challenges that he possessed, he was quite a champion because he always stood tall and walked through whatever difficulties he had. He was an inspiration and still is and will be for, well, probably forever.
Brian had, if you knew Brian personally, you knew that he had a lot of health challenges, mobility challenges, and sicknesses due to his suppressed immune system for his kidney transplant. A sickness could hit him pretty hard, and in some days it just looked like he was very fragile, but then other ways I couldn't imagine the condition that would finally take him down because he just seemed indomitable. But he faced everything with great grace and without a lick of complaint.
Right.
And daily challenges that would have made me curl up long ago. So I had the utmost respect for Brian and the way he walked out those situations.
And certainly was one of the kindest people, if not the kindest person that any of us have ever met. And so I saw an observation on his Facebook page last night, a friend stating that the world's a bit darker with him gone now, so it gives us, if you will, the challenge to shine a bit more brightly with that which we learned from Brian himself.
I heard last night, Sunday morning, I believe, Brian was in church and he sang at Mass, and he sang the first verse of a song, I Can Almost See the Lights of the City. Given his visual challenges as well, and knowing now how close that was to the end of his earthly life, it's just a very special memory, I'm sure, for many of the parish with Brian.
Yes, he certainly lived in grace and treated his friends gracefully.
Yes.
And so we certainly thank Brian Eckstein for all that he has done for each of us here at the station. And for those of you who never knew him, he has that wonderful voice that you'll still be hearing on the air, a voice of calm and kindness. And it's, again, we're all sitting here in a bit of a stunned and surreal state, but we felt it was proper to come on air here now that all the family's been notified. And certainly radio being a very personal medium, you've gotten to know him whether you knew his name or not. Gotten to know him in a way, and this is again what we hope that we are doing the right thing here in terms of informing you.
And we've decided that at 10 till the hour, we're going to have another time of just people, some of the staff, sharing memories of Brian for the last segment of Morning Edition today. And we want to do right by our own family first.
Right.
And this is important to us, but we all know also it's important to many, many people as well.
Indeed. Marcus Jackman, thank you for your leadership and steadiness here during this time of loss. And there is, in terms of what Brian did inside the station here, that which you did not hear or see, as there's no way you could in the audience. He really, we've all, I think we've all said this before, he's a most valuable player. He filled in so many gaps in air schedules and with technology, and was one of the ones who was able to keep technical systems working, the computer systems working, and so important to the physical existence of the station, let alone that which came forth from his own spirit, the kindness that you always heard from his voice on the air. To say that he is missed is the understatement of the year, at least. And again, we're all still shocked and stunned. We've known about this for about less than 12 hours now, so we're still processing that here at the station. So we thank you for your kindness in the audience for allowing us to pay this tribute now and again at 10 till the hour to our dear friend Brian Eckstein, who again sadly dead at age 40.